In this lesson, we're going to focus on factoring quadratic polynomials. Quadratic polynomials can be written in the form of x squared plus bx plus c. X squared plus bx plus c. Now, normally you're used to seeing an a in front of the x squared, but in all of the examples that we do in this video today, a is going to be 1, so you won't see a number in front of the x squared. Now, we talked about in a previous lesson the number of terms involved in a polynomial. For example, this polynomial has 1, 2, 3 terms. A polynomial consisting of 3 terms is known as a trinomial. So in today's lesson, we're going to more specifically focus on factoring quadratic trinomials. Example number 1. If we were to factor x squared plus 8x plus 15, x squared plus 8x plus 15. Step 1 in factoring is to determine your coefficients. So we're looking for a, b, and c. We already said that a is going to be 1. Notice there is no number in front of the x squared. And anytime you don't see a number in front of that x squared, it's assumed that the number is 1. B is 8, and c is 15. Anytime you're factoring, when a is 1, you can go straight to the parentheses and automatically include the variables. X times x is x squared. So I know I'm on the right track. So now I just need to figure out what 2 numbers are going to go here. The way you figure that out is by determining what 2 numbers multiply to get c, but when I add them up, I get b. 2 numbers that multiply to get c, but when I add them, I get b. So let's write down all of the numbers that multiply to get 15. 1 and 15, -1 and -15. 3 and 5, -3 and -5. These are all of the factors of 15. These are all of the numbers that can multiply to get positive 15. So now we need to go back through and add them up to see which one adds up to our b, which is 8. All right, 1 plus 15, nope. -1 plus -15, that's -16. 3 plus 5, that is it. So 3 plus 5 is 8. 3 times 5 is 15. Those are our terms. Those are our numbers. So I'm going to write plus 3 plus 5. And it doesn't matter which order. And this is our final answer, x plus 3 and x plus 5. Let's try this again. Let's try another example. This time I'm going to do, turn that into an x. X squared minus x minus 12. X squared minus x minus 12. Remember, step 1 is to identify the coefficients. So in this case, x is 1, b is -1, c is -12. And this is not a negative x. This is just x squared. All right? So remember, anytime your a is 1, you can go straight to the parentheses. And I add in my variables. So now I'm just looking for what 2 terms or numbers will go here. So I figure that out by going, what 2 numbers multiply to get c, but when I add them up, I get b. So my product in this case is -12. I'm looking for all of the numbers that will go into -12. So we're going to make a list. Now, I will tell you, most people hate this step, but this is the only way that you're going to know for sure that your answer is right. So I definitely suggest to you that you should do it. Are these all of the numbers? I believe so. So let's go back and add them up. We're looking for which one adds up to -1. 1 plus -12 is -11. -1 plus 12 is +11. 2 plus -6 is -4. -2 plus 6 is +4. 3 plus -4 is -1. That's the one we're looking for right there. So we would have, just write them in, 3 and -4. x plus 3, and x minus 4. These are considered the factors of the polynomial x squared minus x minus 12. Now remember, you can always check your work by multiplying these two binomials. When you multiply the two binomials, you should come back to the original problem, which was x squared minus x minus 12. If you don't get the original problem, then you know you did something wrong.